Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Navigating the Periphery. My name is Deborah, and this is my son, Philip.
Hello.
How is everyone doing today? If you're into what we're doing on our channel, you guys know what to do. We want to get our message out there and try to reach and help as many people as we can. Navigating the Periphery, we are trying to stop the stigma of a mental health diagnosis, one show at a time. If you know anyone out there who could benefit from watching our channel, please help spread the word.
Remember, it's okay not to feel or be okay all the time. You are not alone. We're here.
So, Philip, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great today, Mom. How are you doing today?
I'm good and excited to discuss today's topic. But first, I would like to give a little disclaimer here. We are not medical doctors.
No, we are not. Our channel is for information and education purposes only. And I'm speaking to you guys out there from my personal life experience with OCD, GAD, and my schizoaffective disorder. So please refer to our full disclaimer at the end of this video and every episode that we put out. So, Mom, take it away.
Wow, we switched it up there. Today, we are going to navigate the periphery of the 3 A's of schizoaffective disorder. Now, there are actually 5 A's. There's anhedonia, affect blunted, alogia, asociality, and avolition. We have already covered 2 of these in detail in separate episodes, those being anhedonia and affect blunted. We will leave the links to those in the description box below. Today, we are going to focus on the other 3. Those 3 are avolition, alogia, and asociality, and they are negative symptoms of schizoaffective disorder.
Yes, and I struggle with these 3 symptoms daily, which is why I chose these 3 in particular.
People diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder can experience both positive and negative symptoms. This doesn't mean that there are good versus bad symptoms. Positive symptoms are behaviors that appear in surplus in people with schizoaffective disorder and are typically not found in otherwise healthy individuals. Positive symptoms include delusions, hallucinations, disorganized thoughts, and disorganized speech. This can cause you or someone you love to lose touch with reality. Negative symptoms refer to behaviors or emotions that are deficient or lacking in people with schizoaffective disorder.
As negative symptoms indicate deficits in functioning, they are also called deficit symptoms. Negative symptoms, including lack of emotion, decreased joy or motivation, delayed speech, and difficulty beginning and sustaining activities, can be scary and extremely debilitating. If you or someone you love is struggling with negative symptoms, you may need help in order to complete daily tasks. The cause of negative symptoms is not clear, while some studies say these deficits run in families. There is no known genetic association for negative symptoms or deficit schizophrenia. Now, a bit of trivia here, because you guys know I love trivia. Interestingly, while winter birth increases the risk for schizophrenia and schizoaffective disorder, people with either disorder born in the summer appear to be at higher risk for negative symptoms. And what do you know? That's me.
You might as well just raise your hand. Interesting fact there, Philip. Like we shared earlier, normally there are the 5 A's in schizophrenia and schizoaffective disorder. They refer to the negative symptoms: affect flattening, alogia, anhedonia, asociality, and avolition. These affect how a person thinks, behaves, and feels. And like we said, in today's episode, we're going to cover the other 3 of those A's.
The first one is alogia. Alogia comes from the Greek words meaning without speech, and refers to inadequate speech that results from impairment in thinking that affects language abilities. More specifically, it involves using fewer words answering only what is directly asked, and speaking in a way that may be vague, repetitive, or overly concrete. And hello, that is me. Alogia can be a symptom of various conditions, but it is almost commonly associated with schizophrenia and is considered a negative symptom, meaning that it takes away the ability to do something. Now, alogia may appear in those without a mental illness as a result of a disruption in thought processes due to extreme stress or fatigue. In this sense, alogia may appear on a continuum from mild to severe depending on the source of the symptoms.
The second A Philip deals with is avolition. Avolition is also a negative symptom of schizophrenia that can also be a symptom of schizoaffective disorder. It is characterized by a lack of motivation or initiative to start or complete tasks, even if they have a reward or are important. People with avolition may understand the consequences of not completing said tasks, but they're unable to muster the energy to do so. Avolition can be so severe that it can prevent people from keeping a job, caring for themselves, or completing schoolwork.
Hello, this is me again.
This applies to Philip in regarding to caring for himself. Simple tasks like showering or changing his clothes, or being able to hold down a job. However, strangely, it did not apply to him in his college coursework in the traditional sense.
Yes, as far as that, I guess my OCD took over and I would freak out if I couldn't complete something on time, like a major assignment, or complete it in an orderly fashion. It did affect me with minor tasks in college, like discussion boards that have to be done weekly. I don't understand why it did happen with some things and not with others. I guess that would be another topic for a different episode.
Definitely.
Yes.
Within the context of schizophrenia and schizoaffective disorder, avolition suggests that you're willing to complete a task, but are unable to harness the mental and physical energies to do so, even if there are consequences to your inaction. Consequences you may want to desperately avoid. You will still be unable to act.
Yes, like completing those discussion boards, doing dishes, or showering. I want to do things, but sometimes it just doesn't happen.
No.
It is quite frustrating, actually, and I do sometimes feel guilty and shameful because of it. But even still, it doesn't get done, even with the best intentions.
The final A is asociality. Asociality is a negative symptom of schizophrenia, which can, again, also be found in schizoaffective disorder. It's defined as a decrease in social initiative and interest in forming close relationships with others. People may experience social withdrawal due to asociality.
Hello, me again. Maybe I should just leave my hand up the whole episode. Individuals might withdraw from social activities and relationships due to feelings of paranoia, mistrust, or because they find social interactions overwhelming. Hello. There can also be difficulty in communicating. Symptoms such as disorganized thinking or speech can make it challenging to engage in meaningful conversations, leading to isolation. There can also be mood instability, mood swings, or depressive episodes. Can make social interactions difficult as individuals may feel either too low to engage or overly irritable. Hello again. So even though I am incredibly lonely at times, I still isolate.
So, a quick recap for today. Schizoaffective disorder is a complex mental health condition that includes symptoms of both schizophrenia and mood disorders, such as depression or bipolar disorder. The symptoms we talked about today are avolition, alogia, and asociality. These are referred to as negative symptoms of schizophrenia and or schizoaffective disorder. Avolition is a reduction in the ability to initiate and sustain goal-directed activities. It can manifest as a lack of motivation or interest in everyday activities. Alogia refers to a reduction in speech, often seen as a lack of spontaneous conversation and a decrease in the richness of speech. Asociality involves a lack of interest in social interactions and difficulties in forming or maintaining relationships.
Well said.
Thanks.
Now, other negative symptoms of schizoaffective disorder are blunted or flat affect and anhedonia. We covered those two negative symptoms in 2 other separate episodes. I'll leave a link to those specific episodes in the description box below, so you guys can get a full scope of several of the other negative symptoms that are common and associated with schizophrenia and or schizoaffective disorder. We hope this explained the 3 A's I deal with on a daily basis. If you guys have any questions or comments, please let us know. I want to share this topic with you guys so you know that you are never alone in your struggle, and that it's okay not to be okay or feel okay all the time.
Yes, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Navigating the Periphery, where we are trying to stop the stigma of a mental health diagnosis, one show at a time. So before I say something about our next episode coming, I want to ask you guys out there how Philip appears now that he is no longer on Abilify. I think he's a lot less jittery, a lot less twitchy. I think you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
And it's amazing to see the difference with the medication and without. So until our next episode coming really soon, please take care, have a great evening, and leave your thoughts and comments below. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.